Okay, hi there, and welcome to my 16.3 coaching session review and development plan. So my session was a badminton smash session, and the session aim was to be able to hit a proper badminton smash with the right technique, with the teaching points and the coaching points. And the objective of that specific session was for the excuse me, for the participants to be able to hit at least three smashes in a game situation. So this session SWOT analysis, the strengths of my planning were that it was time managed and there was differentiation between my activities that I planned. So each one, it never felt like you were doing the same thing. The strength of my delivery is that I feel I made it fun and interesting for the participants, and it was also clear and precise what they had to do during the drills. The weaknesses of my planning, however, is that I didn't plan the amount of times to repeat each drill, so the amount of times I was going to hit the shuttlecock up to the person opposite me, um, and this was a weakness because it meant that it did actually affect my time management because I didn't know how many I would done and how long each one would take. Um, the weaknesses of my delivery is that the constructive technical guidance and correction faded towards the end. So I started off well in that I was telling the participants what they were doing right and what they were doing wrong. And this was fading towards the end. So if they were doing something wrong, I maybe wasn't telling them what it was, and I wasn't saying it at the right time and telling them what they were doing wrong. Um, the opportunities in my planning was to get everyone to be able to feel comfortable doing a badminton smash, and the opportunities of my delivery is that it was an insight for them to see what badminton is like to play if perhaps some of them may have never played it before or done a smash before and seen what it felt like and what it was like to be in that kind of environment. The threats of my planning is that there could have been their ability to play. So if they actually literally had never played before, they might have been really weak to start off with, which means even trying to get them to do a badminton smash with the right coaching points would be a real challenge. And also the experience of, so yeah, the experience of the players, so how well they'd played, how much they played, which could be in a situation they'd never played it before. The threats of my delivery is that there did turn out to be an odd number on the day, so there could have been someone sitting out, which I'll go on to later. And there was also only one girl, which could also have caused some problems. So the three strengths of my session. Um, the strength of my delivery, I feel, was that I made the points clear of the badminton smash, of the stages were that you need to have your weight on your back foot, um, point to the shuttlecock as it's coming, and then hitting it at the right point in the air. And I made this clear to everyone, so they were all very conscious of it when they were doing the smash. The main strength of my planning was my time management, I think, because I had three drills in total. Each one was 10 minutes, and the session was meant to go on for about half an hour, so it worked really well in my planning stages anyway. And also, I feel that my group management was good because we did have an odd number, which meant in one of my drills I had to have one group on one side of the court and another on the other side of the court, and this meant that there was an odd lot. There was a wasn't the same amount of people in each line, so this meant that maybe some people were standing around more than they should have been, and some people were going too quickly, and this could have caused them to get really knackered really quickly. So my first weakness or my area for improvement is that I didn't actually do the skill myself. I showed them what they were meant to do and walked them through the smash in slow motion, but I didn't actually do it. I didn't actually hit a shuttlecock smash with the right technique in front of them. So the development plan I think for this is that next time I should have it consciously in my mind that I should be doing that and should give them an actual example. So in a fluid motion, not in steps, so they know exactly what it should look like and at the pace it should look at. Um, a course such as the Sport Instructor Level 1 course is where they would teach you to actually demonstrate it yourself, not just without any equipment, but actually doing it, so getting someone to hit a high shuttlecock to you and then just doing it just so they know what it's meant to look like in a fast motion. My second area for improvement is that I didn't actually introduce myself, so at the start of the session I didn't say, "Hi, I'm Charlie. What we're going to be doing today is blah blah blah." I just went into it a bit too quickly. It was all a bit rash. So the development plan for that is next time, just to make sure that the group knows who I am and why I'm actually there. The reason this was bad is because the group obviously would have started the activity thinking, what are we actually going to be doing here? And it might have been a bit confusing for them at first, which I shouldn't have done. Something such as the badminton coaching level 1 course would be where you, by watching other coaches and by being told by coaches that you should introduce your plan, what the session is going to consist of, just so that the participants are really able to know what's coming next, what they're doing now, and why they're doing it. My third and final area for improvement is in the game situation, someone was actually always sitting out because of the odd number, um, and what I could have done for this is I could have made some sort of activity that the alone person could have done whilst waiting. So this could have been something like they had to be running around the courts whilst the games were going on. As the games were very short, they were only 3-point games, and you got 2 points for a smash anyway, so they were over quickly. It's not like they'd be running around for ages. It would just be to keep them on their toes, keep their heart rate high, so as soon as they come on the court, it's not a shock to their body and they're not knackered. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my video.